What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our
channel. That's how you say it.
Okay, at least I don't point at people. I just am not like, all
You know
right.
what? I bet you guys enjoy me doing the point.
What number is this?
245.
All right. Cool. We hope.
All right.
Welcome back.
Yes. And also, guys, make sure to jump over and subscribe to our vlog channel that we always link below.
We're leaving very soon, and we are going to end up batching a couple videos while we're gone.
But make sure to follow our vlog channel if you want to see our travels.
Yes. I second that.
Yeah.
Please. The description is below. Little quick life update. Brian's least favorite part of this because he hates having his life be on the internet, at least on the Loners channel. This has nothing to do with you.
Oh.
Your girl got into a car accident.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody rear-ended my ass.
Yeah.
Sounds dirty. But yeah, and it was so painful, guys. Super duper painful.
Or whiplash.
And you know what's crazy is this is the third accident in like 2 months that I've been involved in, and all of which I have been a victim to. Knock on wood. How would I phrase that?
Like
I
nothing
do not want
serious.
any more.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
I'm done, universe. Whoever's up there, little puppet master. Hope you got a good laugh. But I think I'm good now. I get it. Okay.
That's hilarious. All right.
So, yeah, pray for me. Send me in your thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, put some comments below if you ever had that happen to you where you get rear-ended and you get like whiplash.
I did not know the extent of pain that you can receive from whiplash. Zero idea.
I've heard about it where it like really can mess up your muscles and stuff.
I had no idea. I also did not realize how much I just didn't realize how much my body could be yanked. That sounds so stupid.
All right.
But and also so somebody slammed into my car, obviously, and my car hit the car in front of me slightly. But thankfully it did. I think it was like a blessing in disguise because that girl was a fucking shark.
She was on top of everything with the person from the back.
She was, yeah. The parking lot we pulled into was like shaped like a U. So like he goes in there and then I am following him so we can exchange info. And she goes through the other side where the exit was to stop him from leaving because she told me later, she goes, I think he was trying to leave, but she blocked him in. So good on you, girlie. I won't expose your name just in case, but what the fuck is that?
It's like a car or something.
Anyway. Okay, let's start the video.
All right, today we're going to do why the U.S. waits so long to swear in the new president.
Do they mean like the terms are long, or do they mean that
no, they mean
when
like
we get
once someone's elected, it still takes
a
few months for them to get into office. So let's say
2 weeks after the 2008 election, George W. Bush's family gave Barack Obama's family a tour of their new home, the White House. It was part of a long American tradition of the outgoing president's family meeting with the incoming family, just as the Clintons had done for the Bushes 8 years before and the Bushes had done for the Clintons 8 years before that. It's a symbolic start to the beginning of the presidential transition, where the current president meets with the president-elect and, importantly, helps the new administration.
Did you know that I found this out? Obama is like a distant cousin to Bush.
I heard that a long time ago, but I think that might be a conspiracy theory.
Oh, maybe.
I cannot imagine Trump giving Biden a tour, even though Biden obviously didn't need one because he was under Obama. Like, he clearly knows.
They still have to like hand off, I guess.
Right. Why didn't I pay attention when that was happening?
Yeah, I didn't either. That's true.
Administration into their new positions, ensuring a smooth transfer of power.
President Trump refuses to concede.
Refusing
Fine,
to
that's
begin
why.
the transition process.
Blocking President-elect Joe Biden from receiving critical COVID-19 data.
The presidential transition usually starts right after Election Day in November, and it ends when the new president is inaugurated in late January. But this year, President Trump didn't allow it to start until 3 weeks after the election. So, does that actually matter? And why does America take so long to switch presidents?
I would just think the holidays.
Trump is not the first outgoing president to be uncooperative. In 1932, President Herbert Hoover lost to Franklin Delano Roosevelt in a landslide. It was the middle of the Great Depression, and Roosevelt had campaigned on his New Deal ideas. But Hoover didn't like those ideas, and used the transition period to keep FDR from getting started on them. At the time, this gap was even longer. The Constitution, written in the 1700s, had it set at around 4 months. After FDR's election, it was shortened to the current 2.5 months. That's still pretty long, but the modern U.S., with its expansive federal government, has found that time period useful.
The federal government is kind of like this huge, massive, big ship that takes a lot of sort of direction to steer.
When the U.S. changes presidents, thousands of federal jobs have to be changed too.
Damn.
And that changeover takes time. Those new hires need offices, government emails, and they need to get fully briefed on the ins and outs of how these departments run. And most
That's
importantly,
wild. So what? Everyone just recycles into other jobs and stuff?
I guess so.
That's so strange. I never knew that.
Well,
President
now that I brought up it being the holidays, that's almost worse because I don't want to transition shit during a holiday.
Yeah.
Period. People are going out of town. There's so much happening.
I wouldn't want to either. Yeah.
to get caught up on national security and intelligence.
On January 20th at noon, one administration is going to take over, and the threats that America faces are not necessarily going to respect that gap.
In 2000, the election between George W. Bush and Al Gore was so close that the winner wasn't actually decided until mid-December.
I do remember that.
Which meant Bush's transition had to happen pretty rapidly. Later, after the September 11th attacks, a government report said this loss of time hampered the new administration in its readiness to deal with national security threats. They suggested that in the future, the transition should start as soon as possible. But unlike in 2000, the delay in transition in 2020 wasn't because we didn't know who won the election.
NBC News now projects.
CBS News projects.
CNN projects Joseph R. Biden Jr. is elected.
When the media declares a winner on election night, it feels like a big moment. But it doesn't actually carry any formal weight. It's a projection. The election isn't officially over until each state certifies their results and the Electoral College votes in mid-December. But usually by that point, both presidential candidates have already acknowledged what the outcome will be.
That is weird.
The loser usually concedes, and
that is pretty strange. Can't it still change then?
I mean, technically yes, but the likelihood is super low.
If they're already announcing it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially because there's only a few swing states, so
there's like 7. Isn't there 7?
Yeah, so the rest are it's like pretty much predictable.
Yeah, the Electoral College is something that's interesting to me. To me, it makes more sense just to have like an overall popular vote, but I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of confusing.
Sets off this presidential transition process where the outgoing administration helps to usher in the incoming administration.
In 2020, we found out what happens when the outcome is widely agreed upon, but the loser doesn't concede. Before the transition can start, an office of the federal government has to give the go-ahead. The problem is, that relies on everyone agreeing who the president-elect is. Eventually, after several key states certified their results, Trump didn't concede, but he did allow the transition to begin, without actually referring to Biden as the president.
I think I remember
Nearly
this.
3 weeks after the election,
The Trump administration backed down.
President-elect Biden getting daily intelligence briefings
on everything from vaccine distribution, testing, and PPE supply chains.
This gap between presidents feels long, but it is necessary to keep America's government running. And for the incoming Biden administration, it's going to be a lot shorter. And it shows that our tradition of a smooth transfer of power is just
Why is it going to be shorter?
a tradition,
I'm confused.
not a rule.
Because Trump held off the information and delayed it by not wanting to give it to him, pretty much.
Oh, they're talking about back in 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this must be an older video. I thought they meant
Yeah, 3 years ago. So
Yeah,
it was-
that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, he has less time because Trump's
The
the little
people-
whiny baby.
people that are out of the country. Luckily, I don't have to worry about
And
any
it's
of
Kim
this.
Jong-un. Look at his user picture.
I know. That's what you said. I don't think Biden needs to tour the White House. He's been there already.
I think it's just more of a respectful thing. Like, you're handing off your crown to someone else, but I guess not.
I don't even live in America yet. I'm so invested. I feel like that's how a lot of people are that aren't from here, because our politics is like a reality show.
Yeah.
There's one right here that I want to do. How the Republican Party went from Lincoln to Trump.
Oh, fuck.
That's pretty interesting.
That
was 8 years ago.
Weren't the parties almost flipped, though, at that time?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when they did flip, but I don't know. There's also something, I think, in my opinion, that, like, I don't know, like, I wasn't alive, obviously, but I feel like just looking back in history, I feel like reading about it, the left used to be like this anti-establishment, anti-system type of party. Like, liberals, I feel like, used to be like the hippies that were against Vietnam and against other things, and were like no to the establishment. And now I feel like the Democratic Party is kind of the machine, because they do a lot of shit that's corrupt too. I mean, Republicans and Democrats too.
I don't think there was a time where they weren't
I
corrupt.
guess so. It's just
They were more
think,
left-leaning, though, I will say.
No, I think that it's just the people have changed with it too, because a lot of people will just follow it because they're Democrat. They'll just follow along with whatever happens and changes within the
they're like
system.
blue no matter who. Yeah.
Exactly. Which I feel like those are the types of things that cut off our ability to ever have other parties that be prominent.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that if we are going to encourage a third party, it needs to be worked on before election year. Like, people need to...
Yeah,
that
don't
needs
like
to
just
be
come out of the
priority.
woodworks fucking...
Well, not only that, but this was one of the most important elections, like, of our lifetime, I feel like. And it's almost like a risk to vote in the wrong direction.
I know. I just hate that there's so much corruption on both sides.
I mean, that's never going to change.
Yeah, I hate that.
Which corruption will you choose?
Pretty much, but it does suck. I don't know. I wish there was a system we could trust, or like a part of the government we could fully trust, because I think there's people that want to do good. Like, I did really like Bernie, and I feel like Bernie actually had really good interests for people at heart, but the Democratic Party kind of fucked him over too. They didn't expect him to get so much of the vote, and then he started winning, and then they pretty much just said, like, no, we're going with Hillary.
Yeah, and they fucked us up by doing that, but they all have a plan behind our back at the end of the day.
Yep. All right. Drop in the comments below your opinions in anythings like that.
Anythings.
All right. We hope you guys enjoyed. Jump over to the vlog channel.
Thanks
See
for
you on the next one.
watching, and go like this video and give your mom a high five, and your pets. Make sure your pets know that you love them. What the fuck are you doing?
Peace.